Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about how to no longer be the victim and how to claim your power back. So victim mentality is a personality trait, and it basically develops as a coping mechanism, right? So something happens to you, you are a victim, right? And then you slowly delve into that mentality that you need to stay there. And so that's the misconception about victim mentality, right? You don't have to stay stuck in pain and feeling powerless after something has happened to you. You have to feel your feelings, feel and accept what has happened to you, and then slowly and gradually gain the strength to move on and go forward with life. So we're going to review the 4 myths that people say when they develop a victim mentality. So when you get into that victim mentality, what you're saying is you have no power. So the next thing you're saying is you cannot change. The next thing you are saying is that the pain is still present and you are affirming that pain. And the last thing you are saying is that you are powerless to the circumstance that has happened to you. You have literally gave your power away to a person or a circumstance. So the way to get out of victim mentality is number 1, replace you with I. So instead of saying you make me feel angry when you do blah, 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 you can say I feel angry when you do blah, 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 blah. So it seems like such a small task, but what you're doing when you're saying that is taking control and power over your own feelings and emotions. You are taking responsibility and saying, I feel versus as you made me feel. I've said this before in another video. No one can ever make you feel anything. You have to be responsible for your own feelings. It is also your responsibility how long you stay trapped and stuck in a feeling, right? Because we are the only ones that have control over our emotions and feelings. We're the only ones that have control of how long we hang on to situations and people and negative energy. No one can release that for us. That's something that we have to do on our own. So once you start replacing the you with I, you start taking accountability and start taking your control back. The second step is, instead of seeing yourself as a victim, start seeing yourself as a survivor, right? So if something has happened to you, don't think of yourself as a victim of that circumstance or person. Think of yourself as you went through this ordeal and now you are amazingly strong. You have survived it. You are wiser and you are truly a warrior. You are a survivor. That's how you have to think about it. And the next step is, instead of seeing yourself as a prey of a circumstance or a person, is think of yourself as a soldier. So there's a saying that God gives his hardest battles to his bravest soldiers. Well, that's true. And if you start thinking that way, you start changing your frame of mind. Everything is about perspective and mindset. And the last thing you could do is, instead of dwelling on the past, start focusing on the present and where you want to see yourself in the future. So a lot of times when people get stuck in victim mentality, they are stuck replaying the same storyline over and over and over in their head. Right? The way to stop that cycle is to stop thinking about it. And that is the hardest part, but it can be done. Start thinking about your present moment, right? So let's say someone made you feel inferior, right? Which I don't think anybody could quite do. We already reviewed that, but that's the way you felt, right? So instead of thinking of that person over and over and over, think about how you want to be in the future. Think about how confident you want to be in the future, and then concentrate on the present and how you could take steps to get to that new confident person you want to be, so you are never put in that position again to feel inferior, right? So concentrate on the present and think about where you want to be in the future. So when you start thinking about the future, you get all these beautiful feelings and warm feelings of excitement and thinking about the future and what can possibly be, right? So you get out of that slump of what has happened, why me? You don't think about that anymore because you're so excited to go forward. So the best thing you could do for yourself is detach from that addiction of that storyline and that villain that you are playing over and over and over in your head. You are in control and you are empowered now. So take that feeling, take that empowerment, take that excitement and go forward towards a better future. Whatever has happened has happened. It is the past. Replace that victim archetype with the warrior and survivor in you. Start seeing yourself as that new archetype of that survivor and warrior that is fierce and wiser and move forward. So guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you liked this video. I hope it has helped you if you are feeling stuck and getting stuck in that victim mentality. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.